Good evening, James Madison University, and welcome to Topic Tuesday with Tim. Coming to you live from Harrisonburg for our fourth week of Topic Tuesdays with Tim. You can tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. to get the latest from VP of Student Affairs himself, Dr. Tim Miller. Tonight's topic is student organizations, and we'll have some student trivia, some JMU campus trivia. My name is Rebecca Barge.
And my name is Carson Lonnet. Both Rebecca and I are going to act as your moderators throughout tonight. You also have Tim as our trivia host, so we are very excited about that. Just some housekeeping things. You can go ahead and mute your microphones if you're not speaking, just to eliminate some of the white noise on the call. And feel free to keep your pictures up or your video up the entire time if you're comfortable with that, so we can see your faces. And then at any point, if you need to use the chat and ask a question, feel free to do so. And then we'll also give you instructions for the chat when we get to trivia time. But I'll turn it over to Tim to intro and get us started.
Well, good evening, everybody. Excited to have you here. I see on the list of participants, we've got some orientation staff in the house. We've got some student ambassadors joining us. So a really good mix of folks. So we're excited to have everybody here. It's gonna be a fun night. We have some good gift cards for some downtown restaurants. Oh, sorry, my mom is here. I apologize. I knew once I called out a couple of people, I'd leave somebody out and offend somebody. It just happened to be Carson who I offended. So I wanted to stop real quick. And Rebecca, can we tell everyone what they can win today?
Yes, absolutely. We will have 3 rounds of trivia this evening, and with those 3 rounds, one of the winners will receive a gift card to Billy Jack's in downtown Harrisonburg. The second is to Jack Brown's, and the third is to Klein's Dairy Bar.
And how big are these gift cards, Rebecca?
The gift cards are for $25 a piece.
That is a lot of ice cream to win the Klein's one. So get excited about that. So excited to have you all here. Who knows if there's another person who just really comes in a close fourth, maybe we'll make everybody a winner and buy a 4th gift card. But we're excited to have this. This group, we have amazing folks here tonight to talk about their sort of work and their work on your behalf. First thing that I'll just share, my student organization journey, I think, I really fell into it. I actually was part of forming a fraternity on campus. My entire first year hall in Hillside 1A became the founding brothers of Theta Chi fraternity on campus as a group that we brought back. And it was literally one of those things where my entire group kept going to hanging out with the same people, and realized, hey, we're all hanging out with each other anyway. One of the guys' uncle was the former president and said, you guys should bring this chapter back. So we did. And I really had come to college saying I'm never going to be in a fraternity because my brother, who's older, was in a fraternity, and I decided to do college exactly opposite of my brother. Next thing I knew, I was doing it exactly the same as he did. And then eventually I found my way into political science as a major and then criminal justice as a minor. And I ended up becoming vice president of the Criminal Justice Association on campus. So that ended up being a nice other piece. And then one of the things that I did the most of towards the end of my career was I was actually the coach of the women's club soccer team at JMU. And that really defined the end of my JMU experience, and realized that through coaching and all that I really liked the mentoring aspect and working with college students, even as I was one. And that's one of the things that really led to me becoming a person working in student affairs. So you're going to hear about a lot of things that go on campus now. We really want to keep you all connected. So that's a little bit about my journey. Excited to be a part of it. I'm also currently advising a couple student organizations as well, so I'm excited to be back in that role. Here, Low Key is looking for an advisor, unless that already got filled, Jess. So is that a yes, it got filled, or?
Yes, to my knowledge, it is in the process of being filled, but thank you for your, willingness.
Great. So with that, I'm going to pass it off. Are we going to go straight into trivia, or are we going to do some student organization knowledge, or how do you want to go from here?
Yes, so we're going to start off with some trivia. So we will pull up round 1. Oh, Tim, please read us the instructions for trivia.
Yeah, so the way that this is going to work is we're going to pull up the question. I'm going to read it out loud so everyone can get it. For those of you that are more of an oral learner than people that like to read their stuff. And then whoever answers correctly first is going to win. We're going to have some of our team is going to be monitoring the chat, so you need to be ready to go right into the chat there and put your answer. If it's a number answer, whoever is closest without going over, just like the Price is Right, will be the winner. Anything I'm missing? Okay, those are the rules. So is everybody ready for question number 1? Oh yeah, and the scoring is per round, yes? So there'll be a winner per round? Okay, so I will sweeten the pot and say, I don't know how you're all gonna count this because I'm just making this up. This is what happens when you give me power here. We will have an ultimate, like whoever got the most total points over the course of the entire night will win another prize, a different prize. So that I have not made up yet because I just made that rule up. So let's go into question number 1. How many active student organizations do we have on campus as of April 14th, 2020? Okay, I see some answers popping up. Oh my gosh, this is like wildfire. Good luck, Carson.
That's Rebecca doing that, thank goodness.
Oh, sorry. Good luck, Rebecca.
Nikki Gardner, we've got the answer.
And the answer is what? I can't scroll through all these.
Next slide. 467.
And what was Nikki's answer?
467.
I guess Nikki might have been on the chat on the call a little early tonight. Well done. Way to log in early. You know, folks, this is the thing. It says 8 o'clock, but you can always log in early, especially on trivia night, because someone might give you the answer and you can be out of the gate early. All right, so question 1, well done. Question number 2, how many questions are there per round, Carson?
There are 8 per round.
8 per round, thank you. Okay, how many active sport clubs are there at JMU? Chris, should I put you on the spot and have you answer this without the screen coming up? I hope you know the answer because you probably gave it.
Caroline Fox, you've got the closest answer.
Without going over?
She went over and then she went right under.
You got to be right under.
Yeah, she got it.
Great. So the answer is, Chris?
51.
51. All right. Next. All right. How many active organizations are in the Center for Multicultural Student Services?
Yes, Laura got it at the beginning. There
All
are
right.
33 or 34. We've had 2 different numbers up.
All right, 33. 3 different winners so far. We may have to do the top 4 people here by the end and just add up all the rounds. Right now, we got a lot of people tied for first. All right, next question. How many fraternity and sorority houses are on Greek Row? This could be a trick question. I'm interested to know
Riley
what
Phelps, you got it.
already have the right answer? Wow, okay.
Yes, Riley Phelps, good work.
And the right answer is 15. Now, is that houses that currently have fraternities and sororities in them?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. How many total residences are there on the row?
17.
Okay. I knew Lexi would know.
Oh, good question.
All right, so who got that one, Rebecca?
Riley Phelps.
All right, next question. Still got a lot of people in first. Name 3 student organizations that are under the Center for Multicultural Student Services. This one will take a little longer to answer. We need trivia music in the background.
Yes, good job, Caroline Fox. Hillel, MSA, and LSA. Taking the lead, Caroline.
All right. There's some alphabet soup for you. It's a lot of different folks. All right, ready for the next question? How many total national championships have been won from the sports clubs programs? Wow. Chris bringing the hard questions.
Megan Moore, you got it, 18.
Well, right on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
They must cover that during her tours on for student ambassadors. All right, Megan, good job. All right, next question. Megan's on the board. What team has existed longer than any varsity team and won a national championship in 2000? Do we need to, if it is soccer, do we need to know which type of soccer?
Not soccer.
Never mind then. Man, I was here then. I should know that.
Yes, Sarah Welsh, softball.
Softball. It started as a club sport. I think I may have written that question a little misleading. It's not longer than, but it started as a club sport before it became a varsity sport here.
Got it. Well, someone got it right, so it's good enough.
Good job, Sarah.
All right, Sarah on the board. Let's do the next question. My mom crushing it. Well done. Yes. JMU colors purple and gold evolved from what two literary societies on campus? Going deep here, folks. Do we have any answers yet?
Spent some time in the JMU archives.
Man, this might be the stumper. Now, no Google, people. True, Kaylee, they are quite the royal colors. Man, we might have to have a, I don't know what you do when no one can answer the question.
Look it up.
Can we have a hint, Lexi?
Might need like multiple choice.
Yes, Riley Phelps.
So that was whoever's fastest on the Google.
Good job,
So-
Riley.
Those answers were, for those that didn't see it. There we go. How do you say the first one? Can anyone help me out with that?
Lanier.
Okay, done. I got the second one.
Okay,
All right.
we have a tie for round one, so we will figure out what's next.
Who was the Lee Society named after or in honor of? Does anybody know? Yes. Riley's right.
Done.
I mean, I'm sure that was part of the Google search you did to try to find the other two.
She could type fast.
All right, so does that make Riley the first winner? Was that the tiebreaker or what?
Yes, that was the tiebreaker.
We're doing great.
Caroline, you're gonna get the next round. I know it.
All right, so does that mean also that Riley gets to pick which of the gift cards he wants? Are we doing like, you get to pick your restaurant?
Yes, take your pick. Do you want Billy Jack's, Jack Brown's, or Klein's? All right.
Billy
Billy
Jack's.
Jack.
Man wants a Chuck Norris. I
Good
love it.
job. Good choice. Riley, do not leave after the call. I will need your name, email address, and possibly address. Thank you. I will send that your way.
All right, and then we're going to take a quick pause and do some learning as part of this process. I think I'm passing it off to Jess Weed. Is that correct? Did I see that? So Jess, you've got your PowerPoint that we're going to show here. I'm going to pass it off to Jess Weed to drop some knowledge on everybody. Stay tuned. There are 2 more rounds of trivia coming up. So Jess Weed, you have the floor or the screen or whatever.
Whatever we're calling the digital space. Awesome.
Yeah.
So for folks who don't know, my name is Jess. I am one of the coordinators in student activities and involvement, specifically around clubs and organizations. My colleague Darius is also going to help on. I don't know, Darius, do you want to hop on and introduce yourself? I can't see you. So
Hi, everybody. Can everybody see my screen? Is my screen up?
Does it say JMU Student Organizations? If so, yes.
Cool.
They can see the PowerPoint, yeah.
Cool. So I'm Darius Perkins. I am the other coordinator for student organizations here at JMU. And me and Jess are going to be taking turns here just in a few for the presentation.
Yeah, so the first thing that we want to discuss and actually just sort of clarify is, even though Darius and I are from Student Activities and Involvement, and we oversee many of the organizations, we consider all of the recognized student organizations on campus as JMU student organizations. So that includes club sports, which is seen over with Chris and UREC. That includes the CMSS organizations with Rebecca. That includes the fraternity and sorority life organizations with Lexi. All of those are recognized student organizations in good standing. So when we say, you know, student orgs, that's who we mean. We mean everybody. The answer earlier, 467, that is all of those organizations combined, total on campus, that are recognized in good standing and operating to our knowledge. There always seems to be a lot of confusion around that. So that's what we wanted to clarify. We've been working very hard to make sure that students know that they are all represented under that number. So that's our first thing. Carson, if you want to hit the next slide. Cool. So we wanted to give some advice. We know that these are really abnormal times that we're trying to create a new normal with. That includes with student organizations. And we've gotten some questions about how do student orgs operate when you're all over the country, sometimes all over the world. And these are suggestions that we gave out earlier, and they're always worth mentioning again about operating virtually. And first and foremost is check in with each other. That should be the first line of operation for anybody. How are people doing? How are people feeling? What's happening in everybody's world? I think everyone's mental health and mental well-being should be the absolute first thing that are always covered in org check-ins, org meetings. If somebody has a question about something as you're checking in, we never expect you to have the answer personally. But I believe every person has a Duke's outreach guide now, or should be in contact with somebody, your advisor. There are a lot of resources right now on campus, and we will find an answer for whatever the question happens to be. So please check in, and if somebody is too nervous to ask or the anxiety doesn't allow them to ask, come to somebody and we can help find an answer. So as folks are operating, some folks are still in Harrisonburg. Please encourage the physical distancing, not social distancing. I dislike that term because we still want people to be social and engaged, but ideally more than 6 feet away. So encourage that as people are like, I am bored, I want to meet somebody, I want to talk to somebody. Do a Netflix party, do online trivia. It was easy to come up with trivia questions and to operate that. So consider doing something like that for your usual meeting. Just do a trivia night. Just get people online, engaged, answering some questions and having fun from afar. And then this is a personal request. Please don't leave club business for the next person. I know folks are doing elections now or they are upcoming. It's going to be really easy to say, you know what, that's the next person's problem. I'm done, I'm checked out. We are asking folks to please make sure business is as completed and as up and running as possible. So that includes doing any transitions, that includes talking to the next people if you're on exec. That includes sort of nudging your exec if you haven't heard from them, like, what's going on? What are we doing? What should we know when we come back in the fall? And that gets into the last point about elections, transition, registration. Darius is going to talk about registration in a minute, and that's the really important thing. The number 467 for our clubs and organizations right now comes mostly from registration. We need to know who is still active on campus. So please, at bare minimum, complete some of those things so that when we do return, when everyone is back on campus, we can try and transition back into our normal as smoothly as possible. Slide. Carson.
Nice.
Thank you. I do not have control over the slideshow, y'all. My apologies. Darius, you want to hit elections?
Yeah. So just like Jess was talking about, I know during the spring semester, a lot of orgs are preparing to do elections for their new officers. You guys want, as an option, be involved, has an election feature, and it'll allow you to still carry out your elections electronically in a virtual space. We do have a tutorial on how to run those elections. It can be found at our Student Activities and Involvement website under Organizational Resources, Be Involved tutorials. And that tutorial is actually step-by-step, and it'll detail what you need to do to run those elections through Be Involved. So it's a very beneficial feature if you guys still want to continue to have those elections. and I will continue to talk about the banking updates. So bank authorization letters that student orgs usually get for Commonwealth, those can still be completed. There's a form. Is the form linked here? Yeah, there's a request form on Be Involved that you can fill out to request that letter. Like I said, those can still be completed. However, when you go down to Commonwealth with that letter, it has to be signed by myself, and everybody on that letter has to be present at Commonwealth. Given that we're in the situation that we're in right now, SAI is going to hold those letters until everything resumes normal operations, and then you guys can come and pick up the letters from student activity and involvement, and then go down to Commonwealth with those people on the letter and proceed from there. And it's still my turn. So now we're gonna get into talking about annual registration, which is open on Be Involved. I think so far, maybe about 40 or 50 clubs have registered already. We encourage you guys to register by the deadline, May 11th at 5 p.m., just to make sure that we have the proper count for orgs that might possibly have tables at Fall Student Org Night. That's why we have that deadline set up. Your registration is going to be completed by the primary contact or president that's listed on your Be Involved roster. So if you go onto your Be Involved page, whoever on that roster is listed as president or your primary contact, they're going to be the ones that are going to complete the registration. And if anybody needs help managing their roster, you can just reach out to me or Jess, and we can help you guys do that. Last year, there was a physical policy compliance form that had to be turned in to SAI after registration. We did eliminate that, so everything is all inside of the registration. So that piece has been transferred over into the online registration. And like Jess mentioned earlier, in order to like streamline all of our organizations, all the different types of clubs and organizations are all going to be doing one registration. So everybody's going to be doing registration on Be Involved. Guess I can talk about this as well. So tomorrow, April 15th, we're going to be having our virtual dollies. It's going to be an Instagram reveal. So I need everybody to follow JMU Student Activities, JMU CMSS, JMU FSL on Instagram. We'll start revealing our awards tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. And we all just feel like there's a lot of student organizations that's done a lot of great work this past year. And we just can't let that go unrecognized. We feel like these orgs need to be recognized for all the work that they've done on the campus of JMU, as well as for the Harrisonburg community.
I threw this in there because we've been doing some stuff also on our Instagram and social media for our club sports, recognizing seniors and doing shout outs. The club sports folks should have gotten some emails about that already from BJ, one of our marketing folks. But if you have any questions, you can let me know. And our club sports are also encouraged to nominate for the dollies, so be on the lookout for that as well.
I can close this out. So it just has all of our contact information. You know, myself, Darius, Chris, who was talking about UREC, Rebecca and Siobhan from CMSS, and Lexi from FSL. If y'all have any questions about anything we've discussed, please reach out. We are in constant communication working remotely. So even if you don't think it's me directly, if you've got a question, I can get it to the right person. So we're here if you want to direct chat us or put it in the chat if you've got questions, or you can jot down our emails and send it to us later. So please ask questions and please reach out.
So Siobhan or Rebecca?
Hello everyone, Siobhan Moore here, Associate Director in CMSS. I am pleased to announce that we are still going to be celebrating our graduates via our virtual Donnie and the Kente recognition. So that will be, we are working on potentially trying to do our presentation virtually somehow. If not, we will definitely be going on Instagram, which our Instagram is at JMU CMSS. But either way, please, please, please keep this date in mind, as we definitely want to celebrate and recognize our grads.
Those are some of our announcements for later. So we'll save those for at the end.
All right. So does that mean it's time for round two?
It is time for round 2 trivia.
All right, round 2, people. And I have a tiebreaker question ready if we need it. So let's do this. Round 2, JMU trivia. This will challenge the brain, the mind, the heart, and the soul. So let's get to it. Question number 1 in round number 2. Which student organization has won the most Dolly Awards since they started? Let's see, APO, SA, student ambassadors.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, you almost gave us the answers.
I don't know what happened. Give me.
Keep guessing, students.
They'll have, looks like we're still looking.
Keep going.
Give me 1 second. My slideshow went away.
That's okay. We don't.
Are we still waiting for an answer here?
Yes, we don't have an answer. Keep going, students. Look it up. Just kidding. Guess.
Man.
Yes, UPB. Good job. Cue that.
right.
Did I say that right? Cue that? All right. Well done.
I'm back.
All right. University.
Hey!
Does anyone know? I mean, I don't know. It might be a later question, so I'm not going to ask that. Later, we can guess how many they've actually won, unless that's a question coming up. All right. So question number 2. What is the quad short for?
Yes, good job. Oh, a whole bunch of people. Riley and Trevor. Good job.
So was that Riley for the win?
Yes, Riley got it. Good job, Riley.
All right. Riley trying to clean up the gift cards, folks. Look out for Riley here. All right, quadrangle. Not our most challenging question, I'm not going to lie, but you know. Question number 3. How many Dolly Awards are available each year? Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm curious. So Jess, is this total number of winners?
All right, Trevor. You got it. Trevor Rickert.
And the answer is 17.
It is the total number of awards that we offer each year. Not all of them get given away each year because of the nomination process, but by our last count, 17 are how many that we offer for nomination.
And there can be multiple winners for some of these though, yes?
Correct. And this, Darius can correct me, this includes some of the awards are outstanding org, non-FEB, and outstanding org FEB type of categories. And we count those as 2 different.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. This year, Student Activities and Involvement will partner with which other departments to announce the leadership awards? You got a little sneak peek if you were paying attention earlier.
Name all 3. You must
There
name
are
all
more than
3.
one. There are 3. You can only answer once, but since you didn't know the whole 3 thing, you can answer twice. Oh. Good luck, Rebecca. That went fast.
Oh my God. Okay, you almost got it, but nobody's got all 3. SAI is already the lead. So which are the other 3?
We're like dancing around it. We're so close. As a hint, he's on the call.
Right, man. I guess I wasn't talking loud
Good
enough.
job, Sarah. FSL, CMS, and UREC. Good job, Sarah Welsh.
All right, Sarah, well done. Sarah's in all the groups I recognize that are on the call, so she knows it all. All right, so that's our 3. Next question. What is the date and time of the JMU Virtual Leadership Awards this year? This is testing.
Yes, good job, Sarah Welsh.
Man,
2 points, taking the lead.
April 15th, all day long. Join us on social media. All right. Megan Moore is correct. Yes. All right. Let's go to our next question. What was James Madison's favorite dessert? Ooh, I used to know this. It is sadly not peanut butter pie.
Nope.
It
yes,
was not.
Megan Moore. Good job. It's ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Sadly, you need Cool Whip for the effective recipe for peanut butter pie. I know this. And Cool Whip did not exist in that time because that would have involved a good amount of refrigeration and understanding of making food out of things that are not real. So sadly, not something that was in their diet, but probably helped them in many ways. It was a sad time, Caroline. Very good. All right, let's move on to our next question. Which signature dessert is offered every year after the Dolly Awards ceremony? I know this. It is also not peanut butter pie, and the ceremony is worse for it, I tell you. Did it used to be on a Wednesday? We should make sure we do that next year. Make it on a Wednesday and have peanut butter pie.
Yes,
I think that's
Kristen Butler, cupcakes.
And Jess, the best part of the pre-Dolly Awards preparation for staff is what day?
It is Cupcake Tasting Day, which we did not get to this year before we were dismissed, sadly. I am very sad about that.
Jess, I was going to ask if you guys had it and didn't alert all of us that there were leftovers.
No, you would have known. Students somehow intuitively know when Cupcake Tasting Day is, and they stake out our office until we are done taking quarters and feast off of the rest. So no, we did not get to the Cupcake Tasting Day, unfortunately.
All right, everyone, we have a clear winner for that round 2, and it's Sarah Welsh.
Sarah Welsh, congratulations.
Sarah, can you let me know if you would like a Klein's gift card or Jack Brown's?
Or a mystery one. Oh, no, she wants
Klein's, okay. Awesome.
Nice job, Sarah.
So are we going directly into round 3 now?
Yes.
All right, the trivia just don't stop, people. So we're gonna go right into round 3. Our next round of trivia is coming at you. Hide those answers, get that thing started so they don't see
I'm going as fast as I can.
Man, the pressure is on. Round 3, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so little, right? Okay.
In the same year that Madison College was renamed to honor President James Madison, enrollment passed 1,000. What year was this?
Okay, I'm giving it to Abby Forsyth. You got it right under. Answer, please.
1938. And her answer was what?
1937.
All right. Uh-oh. Trevor Rickard would like to argue that they had the answer earlier.
I'm sorry, Trevor.
We can take a quick pause while Rebecca goes back through and looks. I don't want Trevor to feel cheated.
I'm looking, Trevor.
It's an important part of trivia, folks. I get it.
Oh, he did. Trevor Rickard at 8:34 p.m., 1937.
Well, Jacob Elson just left the meeting out of protest, so.
Oh,
All right, Trevor. Good catch. Good catch.
All right, way to advocate for yourself. That's an important life skill. Let's
Keep us
on to-
honest.
Yeah, let's go to the next question. Which were the first 2 buildings constructed on campus? Come on, student ambassadors.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Abby got it. Jackson and Maury.
Was that the first person? Just checking. I don't want to get anyone yet.
Yes, we have a clear
Chris is watching.
winner.
Chris has got your back. Eagle Eye Chris Jones is helping you out.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
But I'd like to note that they were not originally called that, but that's a whole nother conversation for a different Tim topic. Because there's a whole lot of stuff about that. So let's not go there tonight. So let's move on to the next question.
Next question it is.
When was James Madison's birthday? Still is. He just doesn't celebrate it in the same way. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Yes, March 16th, 1751. Abby, well done.
All right, Chris is the verification as well. I appreciate it. He's looking out for you. We'll have to see if there's a question about when he died. Also an interesting historical fact. But I don't know if we're going there or not. I haven't seen his questions. So let's go to the next one. Madison College officially changed its name to James Madison University in what year?
Oh my gosh. Abby, Drabick, 1977.
I've got my, yep, Chris verifying, Jess verifying. Well done. Helping you out, Rebecca. 1977, Abby again. All right, next question. What year was the Center for Multicultural Student Services created? Oh
my gosh.
Man, this is fast.
Okay, I'm going with the one right under Olivia. 1984. And it was 1985.
All right, my verifiers are still scanning, but I'm going to believe that Rebecca got that. Well done. Who had that answer, Rebecca?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Here's the thing, folks. I don't know how Carson and Rebecca are texting me about what's going on while it's going on, because I can't even keep up. All right, so I know, Don, everyone's typing so fast. All right, that's the answer in 1985. The answer we got was 1984. Closest but under. Well done. Preach, Riley. Well done. All right, let's go. Next question. What Black Greek letter organization was the first to come to JMU?
Keep guessing. We'll give you a clue. It's a sorority.
That's not AKA, apparently, since that's been guessed a lot.
Yes, good job, Riley. Delta Sigma Theta.
Sorry,
Sarah
I read the
got it
text.
first.
I need to stop reading the text as this is happening. Delta Sigma
Sarah
Theta
got
is
it first, not Riley.
Oh, where?
Sarah got it first.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't see you. I'm going to be kicked out of this trivia game soon.
I'll put you in the waiting room. Except I don't want to look at that chat either, so I'm just going to click my slides.
Okay, can I get a last name? I'm not seeing a Sarah.
Sarah Welsh.
Oh, Sarah. Yes, I see you there, Sarah. Good job.
And they came to JMU in 1971.
Nice.
Thank you.
For those that were wondering, I was not born yet. Just letting you know. All right, next question. Where is Higgs Grove on campus? I love a question that educates me as well.
This is my favorite JMU history question.
That's funny, behind Chips. I'm like,
I don't know where Chips is.
railroad tracks right by the traffic light by the bookstore.
Okay, we've got the closest answer by Rose.
So are we giving, is that the winner?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's our, can someone say,
You want to go to the answer or?
yes, go to the answer. All right, Riley, by Rose Library.
Oh, okay.
It was named after one of the facilities management people that used to take care of the trees there, and that put the bushes initially in there. And he was like a favorite. So when they retired, they named it after him.
Huh. Very cool. I like it. That is a good little story. I always thought that was Alumni Memorial Park, but I guess that's sort of in the vicinity.
Yeah.
So, Higgs Grove, there you go. See, dropping knowledge, folks. How many more?
One more.
One more. When did JMU first admit men? What year? I don't think it's appropriate to laugh at people's answers, Rebecca.
No, it's so fast. The answers are excellent.
Joe, you'll get it eventually.
Okay, stop. I can't read them. Abby Drabick got the closest, 1968.
And the answer is 1966. Ooh, we went over, but okay. We're saying closest.
Calling it.
All right. Abby with that, and that was the last question?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Laura said that she said 66.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You decide.
So.
We went with under every time.
Right. Well, but Laura said that she got the actual answer right on.
She did. I see it.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. Okay. Thank you, Laura.
We
Laura,
love helping us.
what's your last name? Laura Keene. Okay.
All right. So then
We're gonna need some tiebreakers. We have 8 people with 1 point each.
Wait. Kaylee has a really good clarifying point in trivia. Yes, Kaylee, I believe that is true that we did have one male in 1910, but we did not officially start enrolling men until later. I don't know the full story behind the other one, but I think it was, yeah, that's as far as I'll go. I have no idea. You're well beyond my knowledge. I'll look that up though.
Our reflection with topics of Tim, the answer to that. Why was there only one?
So do we have a winner from that round, Rebecca?
No, we have 8 people with 1 point each, so we need a tiebreaker.
Okay, here we go, folks. Get ready on the chat. Ready? Just those 8 people. We don't need like 25 people sort of doing this. So if
You get one guess for this question.
Yeah, and Rebecca, can you just say the name of the 8 people? They probably know who they are, but let's just say them real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Trevor Rickert, Abby LaChance, Abby Forsyth, Abby Drabick, Olivia, sorry, I didn't catch your last name, Sarah Welsh, Riley, and Laura Keene.
All right, folks, the 8 of you are up for this. Here's your question. The Abbeys are killing it. You are correct.
Yes, 3 Abbeys. Let's go, Abbeys.
Okay. How tall was James Madison?
Yes,
right.
I think Abby Drabick got it.
Nope.
No.
Olivia got it first.
Mm-hmm.
5'4". Olivia got it first.
Yep.
So, yep.
Perfect.
Olivia got it first. Olivia, congratulations.
Olivia! Good job.
So, yeah. So I guess we don't really need to have a master champion since we don't really have any other questions either, do we?
We do not.
Okay. So then that means there's the one left, which is Jack Brown's.
Yes.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Olivia wins a Jack Brown's gift card, $25. Okay, so then we're going to dive, great job on the trivia. We're going to dive into announcements real quick. Carson, is that the other slides that you had before that we're going to do?
Yes, so we've seen them all, and I can bring them back up here. Give me 1 second.
So I know the trivia
Should we
part.
do a reminder again?
I know the trivia part's over, folks, but there's still important stuff to share. So I want to make sure that we share what's left here and also tell you a little bit about next week. So announcements. I know Siobhan already did this.
Yeah, Siobhan, is there anything else you'd like to add about this? Just wanted to check in.
No, it's all good, but thank you.
Awesome. We talked about the Dolly Awards. Make sure you're watching Instagram and all social media platforms tomorrow to see your friends and student organizations win. It'll be exciting to see those folks recognized throughout the day, all day long. This is a great thing that Jeremy Hawkins is working with Brad Barnett for financial literacy and success. So I know that I'm going to learn a lot from this, but I know he's going to focus on credit scores and reports, retirement planning as a young professional, investing, budgeting, and all those things. I know it might sound like, whoa, I can't think about that stuff, but at some point you will have to. And this guy is a fantastic person to talk about it. So he teaches a class on this. Can't speak more highly of him. And it will be this Thursday from 2 to 3. And if you go to the Off-Campus Life Instagram, Facebook page, they have all the information on this as well. And as last week, I just plugged this again. We have the I Made My Mark podcast where we're highlighting seniors' experiences, and they're giving their younger selves some advice while also reflecting on their contributions and impact on campus. So definitely check this out. And if you have any seniors to nominate, you can drop their names in the chat. I would love to get some more folks on as we close out our final podcast into the summer. And if not, you can check on the Leadership Center post, and we'll also have a link for nominations. And that is the end of our announcements. Tim, would you like to announce our next week's topic?
I think you'll understand it better, so I'm going to let you all do that.
We're going to be talking about connecting with friends and bring in a fantastic guest speaker from our Harrisonburg community, someone that has also been connected to JMU for a long time. And so look out for more information for that at the end of this week. And as always, tune in anytime between 8 and 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. If you all have any other questions for any of the presenters, the speakers this evening, if you want to get connected to anybody, please leave us your name and email address, and we are happy to reach out to you to connect with you. And if you've got any questions, drop them on the chat. And if not, we wish you all a good night. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
Laura had
Sorry, Jess?
Laura had a great question in the chat. Do we know if the financial literacy webinar will be recorded for folks who can't attend or see it? Or
Yes, we know that some folks have classes during that time period that they need to be live on. And so we will definitely do our best to record it, if not take notes for folks and then post them on the Off-Campus Life website. Great. Thank you all. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you all of our campus partners for being here. And thank you for letting us do our first time going through trivia.
Thank you. That was fun.
Thanks y'all for putting it together.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Chris. Take care.
See ya.
So did I know J.R. Snow was next week? What am I doing? Bye, Jess.